Although you won't be able to literally join me on this journey, this video may beg you to ask if I'm even here at all, or if I'm just a figment of your mind. Look around the room. See an object, focus on it. Now close your eyes and imagine that object in your mind space. You can see it there in your mind. Who else is there with you? Do you see anything else? Is this object kind of suspended in a sea of darkness? Or is the object like a scene from a movie and you're peering into it? If so, what's behind that? What surrounds that scene? Is it your friends and family or other people in your life? Or is it just darkness? Is it an empty space? I really find it interesting, the connection between the way that the space in our minds seems so dark and so infinite, like that of actual outer space. And I really do think that the bounds of our mind are completely limitless. But I often question, what of this reality that I see is actually reality? Is this reality I see a figment of my imagination? Is it part of the video game, part of the matrix that we're in, or I'm in, or you're in? Do I even exist? Do you even exist? Are we existing from this very dark space where there really is no one else in there? And I see nothing but whatever it is that I imagine. And we've come to know this place as our design space. But it is a very vast and open and empty space. And there is where we find self. And there is where we disseminate consciousness. And when we're there is nothing but consciousness. There is nothing but the self. There is no companionship. There is no one there to join in on your experience. It is complete solitude. In that solitude, is that our reality? Is our solitude truly that we are in this illusion that is created by the physical body? And are we creating this reality as we move through this reality by thoughts, expectations, beliefs, programmed information, programmed thoughts, beliefs, and expectations? I think the biggest thing to take from this is genuinely, there is no one else that comes into that space. There is no one else that we have to deal with but that one energy that we come to know as ourself. And when it comes to how we feel about another person's opinion, or how we might feel inclined to take action because of the actions of another human, ultimately, they're not significant to the self that resides within. And with that, you're incredibly empowered to go through this life and to not allow things that are outside of you to affect you, who you are, and how you feel on the inside. Because again, whatever it is that is here on the outside is a projection of our consciousness. And it's possible that you may be the only one on this ride. It begs us to ask, are we alone on this ride? And is everything else, everything in our reality, a manifestation of our consciousness? And is that consciousness residing strictly here in this one reality? Or does that consciousness perhaps exist in other ways simultaneously? I think it would be in everyone's best interests to examine the state of self, that state of being in that design space, to come to know it, and to come to know what it means to move outside of that space, because everything outside of you is the extension of you. No one should reside within, but to also reside without, just like your consciousness. It resides outside of you as well as inside of you. And for us to find balance in understanding these states will empower us moving forward in the future and help us to understand our true nature and how to better incorporate into the world around. Thank you all for watching. I hope you'll hit the red subscribe button at the bottom of the screen. I wish you all the very best. Take care.